He was a person who liked nature. He was born in Scotland. He loved animals and he was like really good with animals and he liked nature a lot, so he mostly spent his time outside in adventuring.
Well, he's a person that had founded the national parks all over really, and he has once he had tied himself to a tree during a storm to see how the trees felt during a storm to see how it was. So he's really the founder of national parks.
Someone who like discovered loads of national parks and just like went out camping to like find more like wildlife and all that.
He went to university to study geology. That's where like he studied rocks and all that. And like he wanted to like follow what he really loves, and that's nature. So
Founded loads of national parks and helped like the environment.
he's a conservationist. He went around the world to visit loads of forests and national park, and he had a national park.
That founded national parks and did loads of outdoorsy things in it so children can get like education outdoors.
John Muir is a man that surrounded himself in nature until he was very old.
We do it to learn more about like nature and like how every like creature and that has like a life of its own, and learn more about stuff like that and teamwork. We need to build up our teamwork and our confidence.
To help people like, who like maybe don't get a chance to go outside a lot, to like, learn more about the wildlife and like habitats and where animals live.
If you went into a park and then like there was a bug and then like a worm, and if you like stepped on it, you'd like to get better at saying that's a living thing and it's a creature, so I should just leave it alone.
Well, I think during the John Muir Award it really educates you about the outdoors and it teaches you a lot about it and different plants and different wildlife, and you're really learning a lot.
To help young children in primary 6 to 7 for the transition from primary school to high school. We were going to make our own shelter, and we used wool, sticks, and then we got a big cover and then covered it all, and then made it, and then it could last like for the winter and all that.
Well, we've been doing a lot of outdoor learning. I think it was 2 weeks ago, or last Tuesday, we went up to Hilltop Farm and we were doing a whole bunch of pictures of nature, and it was really fun. We've been just doing stuff around school as well, and then now we're building a nature, like a mini beast hotel.
That every creature has its own life, and like you need to try not to disturb it, because like if you're sitting around trying to squash ants, how do you like it if some massive giant just came and stepped on you?
I'm probably going to grab my hand to dig up the river that wasn't moving to help it move out. That also helps with the team building and all that as well, so I like that.
I learned how to like clear out a burn and make like water flow easier.
Jumping in the puddles. When we went to the morning, and there was a big massive puddle and everybody got soaked.
The funniest thing I would say is I fell in the burn when we were burn walking, and it was quite funny because it was near the deep end of the burn, and I fell in, and when I took my wheel boots off, there was hundreds of water gathering up in my boots, and it was a weird feeling, and it was wetting my socks.
When we were in the big puddle up at the morning.
I'd say the funniest thing out of all of it is just everything the staff do.
confidence stand here right now, like the start of the year, but like I don't know now.
My confidence, my anger, and sometimes when I get sad I'm better at it to not get upset, and I'm better talking to people I don't know. Like Amanda, when we first met I was nervous, but now I'm better.
When I just started it, I was a little bit nervous, but then to be new friends, so.
Build it up a lot. So I used to not like speaking out, but now I do.
I talk to people like that I don't usually talk to, like without it. There's people that I'm not necessarily the closest with, but I speak to them with them, and it's helped like communicate and like be closer friends.
It's incredible. It was shot right up.
It definitely has. It's easier to like speak like more to people, and I'm not like always stuttering when I'm talking to people or out in a crowd. I can actually like speak like this. Like, because before I did the John Muir words, I would never have been able to do this.
Now that talking's here, like you're communicating with other people, then it just feels good because like maybe you don't go on with that person and you just have to cope with them in the group. And then like you go with each other's ideas. So like you say, oh, this is a good group, I'm starting to communicate with them.
Mate, I was nervous, now I'm a lot better, and right now I would stutter because I'm really nervous talking in front of a camera. I'm not really that good, but I think I'm better.
Before someone asked me a question and I didn't know, I'd be like, I don't know, and then like when they ask me it now, I'm confident about it.
Well, I used to not like working in groups, but now I do.
I can work better than a team.
Well, I don't just work with my friends now, I work with other people.
Well, some of the people in the group I would usually speak to, like, so I would see them in the playground and I would speak to them, but now I do because of this. It helps me with my team building skills.
Probably team building because before I was very quiet and now I can speak up. You don't need to be shy to be like go out big groups. You can just do what you want to do and you don't need to just hold back because you're quite shy. I got to build and find materials with my friends. Yeah, my team building wasn't that good and then I got better and better at it.
Okay.
Really helped. We did a few games and like to like trust each other and like to help each other, like to get like if you need something and like maybe you're too small to reach or something, it helps you trust and it helps you like bring like your like friendships closer to each other, so it's really helped.
They're amazing. They change your life experience.
Energetic, and like the staff like embrace you to do stuff. Like if you couldn't do something, they would like make you try and do it.
It's good because you get learn about the outdoors and learn about team building.
They are probably the best people I've met.
It's good, yeah, it's quite fun because how they take out and all that.
If anyone has like anxiety or if like they're not very confident and they get the chance to go to Tillicum, then they definitely should, because it does improve all of that.
I'd say you should send Tillicum here because they can not just help the school, but they can help you.